On Heavy Metal Frequency, I'm reviewing Insomnium, Winter's Gate. This is a album that consists of one track, the 40-minute and 2-second Winter's Gate. It's divided into 8 movements, or chapters if you want to call it that, but movements. So this is their most progressive metal, even though, yes, they're a melodic death metal band. This is their most progressive metal-centric IMO album because it's a 40-minute, like, Dream Theater length album. It's a Dream Theater length track, and so that's something that a lot of progressive metal bands do and stuff like that. I've reviewed a couple of things like that, like Meshuggah's Eyes, the 21-minute track. And so in that this is just one track, one of the things as a listener that you should do is you need to listen to the entire thing in its entirety. Maybe not every time, but pretty much every time, because there's so much flow with Winter's Gate that you need to start at point A and then point whatever you want to end it on. You could say point A or point B, but it starts with a really interesting, like, epic intro that's like a combination of black metal and Hans Zimmer. It's like, this has a very Hans Zimmer feel to the entire album. There's some progressive metal. There's some orchestration to it as well. A lot of the instruments have a sort of orchestral vibe. There's some blast beats at the beginning of the album that are really impressive. The vocals, the 2 vocal method on here is really impressive. The harsh vocals and the cleans work very well together. Another thing, since this is a concept album, I suggest reading along. Pull up the lyrics and read along with the album. This is basically about Vikings, so this has a kind of Viking metal, a Monomarth-esque element to it as well. So there's a lot of depth, a lot of complexity with this, and you just need to go over it and enjoy it, and listen to it for the sake of enjoyment, and listen to it for the sake of understanding what you're listening to. It's like think of it as like a really fun and rewarding homework assignment. No, seriously. So some of my favorite parts on here, I love the pseudo orchestrations from the instrumentation. It's very impressive. The guitar solos are excellent. The acoustic interludes are basically stunning. I did see them live on this Insomnium live on this tour, and it was very interesting because they basically they played this in its entirety for the concert, and then for the encore they played I think it was 7 other tracks, and so they broke my record for encores that I've seen, and so it was a very impressive show because they divided it into 2 parts. But back to this album, you spend a lot of time with it and listen to it its entirety every time. And the guitar solos are excellent. The vocals are excellent. Has a Monomarth vibe to it, a Viking metal vibe to it because of the kind of Viking setting of this album, and Vikings doing Viking things. And the acoustic interludes are gorgeous. The guitar solos, the tightness of the rhythm section, the underscoring, the slight nods to things like black metal and like pure orchestration, kind of a neoclassical vibe as well. But like maybe not Yngwie Malmsteen neoclassical, but still. And so this is very impressive, and I highly suggest you pick up a copy of it and like it, love it, understand it, accept it. It's a really great Melodeath album, and next up we have more Finnish Melodeath. Thank you, and have a good day.